Hey up everybody, and welcome back to the Just the Driven YouTube channel. My name is Josh Bridges, and you join us today on a beautiful Sunday where we're going to be going Stage 1 Plus on the Fiesta ST. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video and I'll see you guys in a second. So guys, Stage 1 Plus on the Fiesta ST. I'm incredibly excited to get started with this because this is the start of the tuning journey with this particular car. Now, what exactly is Stage 1 Plus? Essentially, in layman's terms, it's an induction kit with a tune, and that's about that. Now, with the Fiesta STs, especially the Mark 7s, you can put a tune on them with no additional hardware, and you can put an induction on them with no additional software. The Stage 1 Plus is essentially a combination of the two. In today's video, we're going to be installing the ITG air filter kit for the Fiesta ST, and I'll try and give you guys as much information as possible as to how to fit them, the best way to do it, and then in the next couple of videos, we'll be tuning the car, we'll be getting it on a rolling road, and we'll be doing some draggy times to see what the differences actually are. I'm not going to waffle any longer. I'm going to pick up the camera, we'll take a look at what's inside the ITG kit, and then we'll get started with it. So before we get to dismantling the car to fit the induction kit, let's take a look at what's inside of the box. First of all, we've got the filter head. This thing is pretty large. It does sit behind the headlight out of the way over there, but we'll see a little bit more of that later on in the video. Second of all, we've got the silicone pipe. This is one of the joiner pipes, and to connect up to that, we've got hard pipe, which also houses the MAF. In this particular bag, we've got a lot of gubbins. We've got little spacers, we've got some circlips, we've got some cable ties, and another one of the brackets over there in order to be able to move some of the wiring around over here. We've also got a bracket which the induction kit does actually sit on, alongside some more bolts over there. That's everything you get inside of the box when you buy one of these induction kits from ITG for the Fiesta. Now we're going to get on with installing the new parts on, and the first thing that we're going to have to do is to take out the passenger side headlight, all of the airbox, and all of the stock parts as well. So I'm going to set up the camera up, we're going to put it on a time lapse, bang some music in there, and let's get on with it. So as you can see, this is going rather okay now. So the only thing I've struggled with is that stupid thing there. If you do know how to replace these particular bolts along the slam panel and what to replace them with, please let me know down below, because I can't be doing with these anymore. But we've got the airbox out. The airbox is just actually over here, and the next job that we need to do is to take the MAF sensor out with two of these torque bolts. These are relatively easy to get out. One thing that you do need to know is what position the MAF needs to go into the new one, simply because if you get it the wrong way, you'll likely have some sort of check engine light, or the car won't be running as well as it should be. So once we've done this, we'll get on with assembling the ITG kit. So this is what we're left with after taking this stock airbox out. Of course, the headlight's been taken out. There are two bolts, one there, and this little thing to take out in order to get that out. Undo the Jubilee clip, and prise away the snorkel from the stock airbox. Make sure your MAF is taken out, all the connectors are done. The airbox will then lift up, and now what we need to do, we need to take one of these rubber grommets out in order to put an L bracket in that'll allow us to move these wires around just so they don't get in the way of the headlight. Then once we've done that, we also need to put the bracket on where the ITG filter will sit down here, and then we should be ready to put it all together and have a listen to see what it sounds like. So a little bit of time has passed. We've put the bracket onto here just to hold the wiring connector, and we've zip tied that to there. We've also got the bracket which will hold the pipe of the ITG as well, and popped that on. Now what we've just finished here, and excuse the messy garage, is putting the MAF pipe back on to the new ITG pipe. So what the plan is now is to put this onto the original air pipe here. We'll assemble the other parts, so the filter head and the silicone pipe, and make sure that'll fit down in that particular area, and then it's just a matter of connecting it all back up. Once all of this is connected up and back together, and before we put the headlight back in, we will get a sound test of what the ITG sounds like, and I'm very excited for this because I've heard that they sound absolutely immense. So we've got everything together in place at the moment, barring the Jubilee clip on this side, purely because that is on the car at the moment. Now what you need to do is make sure that the ITG logos are matched up in terms of where they are on the pipes, and essentially that'll just make sure that you'll be able to get it in, because it is quite a tight squeeze. Now I'm just going to move the camera just so you can see me test fitting this, then we're going to put it all back together, we're going to give the car a rev and hear some induction noises. So we've test fitted the ITG, that's all in there, these are all clamped up, as with that one and that one. Now this was an incredibly tight squeeze because I'm not going to be able to get behind there, but it didn't look like I'd have enough room to be able to put the ITG in. But what is very important is that you match up these two ITG logos, and the smaller end, so the thinner end of the filter, heads back towards the back end of the car. Now you need to get this into the right spot because this little lip here is where the headlight will sit when we refit it. So I've just got the MAF to put back in, then I'm going to turn the car on, see if we've got any extra noise, make sure there's no code and everything like that, and then we'll go with refitting everything back into place. Okay guys, so everything has been put back together, as you can see with the car behind me. The ITG is sounding fantastic, it looks great, it's out of the way, it's quite minimalistic. And for those eagle-eyed viewers, I have cleaned the bird lime up as well, that's all been sorted, so no need to worry about that. Some of you may notice that I have actually taken the soundproofing off of the bonnet as well, and that's just for my pleasure more than anything else. But if you have enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, keep up to date with what we're doing. We've got a lot of interesting stuff coming up, don't you worry. And I'll see you in the next one.